Please call the roll.
Laura.
Here.
Swallow. Here. Bear. Here. Brooks.
Here.
Parsons. Bowman.
Here. All right, item number 5, discussion and action to approve City of Alva Resolution 2024-010, resolution of the Alva City Council amending the fiscal year 23-24 annual budget for the City of Alva. This is,
What was it, 5? Missed 4.
oh,
You can do that though, and it'd be fine, because we're gonna need that approved anyway. So.
well, if we approve the agreement, then we can approve the amendment. So, let's go back. Item number 4, discussion and action to approve the master services agreement between the City of Alva and Apprentice Information Systems of Oklahoma, Inc., to provide information technology services to the City of Alva and authorize the city business manager and/or the mayor to sign all necessary documents. Steve's been working with Apprentice to kind of break out how we're going to phase in everything from the equipment purchases to the actual, labor and implementation, and then ongoing service. I'm going to let Cornell and Steve express what they need to on this.
So what I've done, and Cornell can jump in, we figured out a way to make the burden of the annual maintenance plan less front-end loaded, and so Apprentice is working with us, and he basically split up to $77,500 into 4 quarterly payments for us, which is still less than what we pay SPI. And initially, to prorate out for the rest of the year, they were going to charge us $17,000. Well, they're going to waive that now, so we're basically going to get the rest of this year for free. But I had Cornell on here today because I wanted you guys to hear that from him, not just me, because I could make it up, but I'm not. Cornell's here to verify that that's what they're going to do. As far as the other costs, the upfront costs, we found money in this year's budget between the AUA to help cover the labor and installation costs, and then the capital outlay fund to cover the equipment costs. We can get rid of all the upfront costs and pay for all that one time. The kicker to this, or the key to this thing is once we do this, Cornell told us about it, and Drake talked to the lady that administers a cybersecurity grant for the state of Oklahoma. And she has told us that she will help us write that grant and make sure we get some money. So we're going to get some of our money back. I don't know how much, but certainly all the new firewalls and everything are cybersecurity all day long. So we think we can get kind of reimbursed for those here in the near future as well.
We will also be spreading this expense out to all of the departments where it's applicable. So if it's equipment for police department's going to have an expense.
And I've done that in the budget. We're moving it just in one line item in my budget, but I've gone through everybody's professional services and pulled out what they would pay and added it to that line.
Do we
That way
know what
nobody's getting billed.
Do we know what SPI is going to be charging for the library? They're still taking care of it, right?
Yeah, I think it's roughly $1,200 a month.
Okay, and so we're still coming out cheaper even though
Yeah.
we're still paying with that? Okay. And I was also asked, somebody I consulted with, they said that there should be a statement of work that was not in the packet. I'm not even really all that familiar with what that even is. And they also had a question, a $700 a month internet fee for the airport. Is that the actual charge for internet at the airport,
Yeah.
$700 a month? Why is it that high?
Because they ran fiber out there, and when they run fiber, that's what the charges for the, that's what the cost is. We're looking at doing fiber here with AT&T as well. That's just what their charge is for fiber at 100 megabits per second.
Okay, so they're charging us to run the fiber, so.
No, they're running fiber for free, but the monthly cost for 100 megabits per second is roughly $700. And that will really help their fuel system out there that they've been having a lot of trouble with, because right now they're on copper DSL lines.
Okay. Do you know what the statement of work is? That they're.
Hey, Cornell, is the statement of work covered in that MSA?
As far as like what we're gonna do, is that what you're asking?
I think it's called an SOW. I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I feel like I'm talking over somebody.
Go ahead, Cornell.
It's funny because when people say SOW, it usually means a lot of different things. usually when I hear the word statement of work, what it means to me at least is the order in which that we are going to perform the work. Is that what you're asking about?
Well, I don't remember if they were asking me about it. I don't remember this, what they specifically defined it as, so I didn't know if you knew what it was or.
So right here in paragraph 2 of the MSA, it talks about this basically statement of work.
Okay.
This is,
Oh, so basically okay, yeah, sorry. So what the MSA state, okay, that's another definition of an SOW. So basically the MSA is saying this is what we, apprentice, will do for you. This contract is laid out as all these services. This is a statement of the work that we are performing on behalf of Alva. Everything from security, workstation management, antivirus, Microsoft products, network services, all of that. So that's more of a broad term.
Okay, thank you. Well, maybe that'll answer their question then.
and Drew has reviewed this MSA twice.
The numbers are consistent with what we approved with the changes that Steve mentioned as far as what we said to go negotiate with Apprentice for and what they had put in their proposal. And so I don't see any reason not to approve this MSA. I'll entertain a motion. Unless there's more questions, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the master service agreement between the City of Alva and Apprentice Information Systems of Oklahoma, Inc. to provide information technology service to the City of Alva and authorize the city business manager and/or mayor to sign all necessary documents.
Second.
Have a motion from Mrs. Beer and a second by Dr. Lahr to approve the MSA between the city and Apprentice as stated in the agenda. Is there any further discussion? Please call the vote.
Bear,
Yes.
Lahr,
Yes.
Bowman,
Yes.
Swallow. Yes. Brooks.
No.
And then we'll drop Cornell off. Hey Cornell, I think that's all we need from you. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you.
Hey, looking forward to doing what we need to do to get you where you need to be.
All right, thanks. We'll talk soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Item 5, as previously stated, is Resolution 2024-010. This is the budget amendment to do the fund adjustments to move items from the utility authority, or move the dollars from the utility authority to the capital outlay fund, and then that's how we will budget for the expenditures on the capital outlay.
So this 240,135 is the total for what we've been upfront costs. But the 85,000 we're moving in this one, and then the next one is the labor installation. The other already exists inside the capital outlay, but we're just making a better adjustment to take that much out of it.
I'll make a motion to approve the City of Alva Resolution 2024-010, a resolution of the City of Alva, City Council amending FY 23-24 annual budget for the City of Alva.
Second. I have a motion from Mrs. Beer and a second from Mr. Bowman to approve Resolution 2024-010, resolution amending the fiscal year 2023-2024 annual budget for the city. Is there any further discussion? Please call the vote.
Bear,
Yes.
Bowman,
Yes.
Brooks,
No.
Lahr,
Yes.
Swallow. Yes.
All right, there's nothing else for the city council meeting, so we'll adjourn that, and we will call to order the utility authority meeting. We've already saluted and had the prayer, so we'll skip down to roll call.
Lahr,
Here.
Swallow. Here. Bear.
Here.
Brooks.
Here.
Parsons. Bowman.
Here. Item 4, discussion and action to approve the City of Alva Utility Authority Resolution 2024-002, resolution of the Utility Authority amending the fiscal year 2023-2024 annual budget for the Utility Authority. This is the Utility Authority side of the city, of the general fund resolution that we just passed. So this, we did the part for the general fund, now we're doing the part for the utility authority.
Make a motion to approve the City of Alva Utility Authority Resolution 2024-002, a resolution of the Alva Utility Authority amending the FY 23-24 annual budget for the Alva Utility Authority.
Second.
Have a motion from Mrs. Beer and a second from Dr. Lahr to approve the AUA Resolution 2024-002, resolution of the AUA amending the 23-24 annual budget for the utility authority. Is there any further discussion? Please call the vote.
Bear,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Brooks,
No.
Swallow. Yes. Bowman.
Yes. Item 5 is discussion and action to accept the lowest best bid for the ODOT water line relocation on West Highway 64 project from Jackson Civil, $133,125.92. ODOT's doing a highway project on 64, and with that, there is a water line that would be impacted whenever they do highway projects that impact our infrastructure. They also will remedy the infrastructure issues in that area. This is not a bill that the city of Alva will pay. This will be paid by ODOT, but it is a city of Alva utility, so this is our project.
But they're going to basically reimburse us, or are they paying it up front?
It's kind of, we're a pass-through is what
Okay.
we are. So they send us paperwork, we sign it, then ODOT pays them directly.
Okay, perfect.
Is it good water line that we're replacing, or is it old water line? Like,
I don't know how good it is out there. On that side?
well, we're getting new water line.
We're getting
Right,
new
right,
water
so-
line, yeah.
I'm not sure the condition of that line. It hasn't been an area where we've had to do a lot of work,
Yeah.
but
Probably about
So
time.
it might be old steel line.
It could be.
could be.
Yeah.
And this is the recommendation letter from Myers Engineering.
So, and I will point out that, and I think it's written in there, Field Point was the lowest bidder, but they were not able to provide us with bonding.
The bond in the last 2 pages you couldn't read. It was,
And so their bid was disqualified.
I do have a question. Why are just the bid amounts are just so far apart? Like, they're not even close.
we talked about that, and Marsall, their answer was, we've worked for ODOT before, we know we're not going to get the money for about a year. These other guys have never worked for ODOT, so they come in with a heck of a lot lower bids. So,
Wow.
but,
Okay.
yeah,
A lot of times when you see really high bids,
they don't work.
they aren't really that interested in the
Oh.
project, but if they think they can get in and get it as a single
Then they're
bidder,
gonna take as much.
Yeah.
But either way, the billing's going to them.
Yeah,
yeah,
Not-
yeah.
not
Okay,
us, so-
as long as we're not
Yeah.
gonna be on the hook for it.
Not a bit.
Okay.
You get more pass-throughs.
I'll make a motion to accept the lowest best bid for ODOT waterline relocation on West Highway 64 project from Jackson Civil in the amount of $133,125.92.
I'll second
have a motion from Mrs. Beer and a second from Mr. Brooks to accept the lowest best bid for the ODOT waterline relocation on West Highway 64 project from Jackson Civil of $133,125.92. Is there any further discussion? Please call the vote.
Bear,
Yes.
Brooks,
it. Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Swallow. Yes. Bowman.
Yes. Item 6, discussion and action to accept the lowest best bid for the ODOT sewer line relocation on West Highway 64 for Marsall Enterprises of $186,057. These bids were all open at the same time. And what was the deal with Jackson?
So
Field Point was the same issue as the other bid.
Jackson, they didn't, they provided a bid bond for the water line, and the check amount that they provided for that water line was enough to cover both bids, so they didn't have a bid bond in the second one.
Okay, so it threw it out.
Yeah, so threw it out.
Okay. I'll make a motion to accept the lowest best bid for the ODOT sewer line relocation on West Highway 64 project for Marsall Enterprises in the amount of $186,057.
I'll second it.
Motion from Mrs. Beer, second from Mr. Brooks to accept the lowest best bid for the ODOT sewer line relocation on West Highway 64 from Marsall Enterprises of $186,057. Any further discussion? Please call the vote.
Bear,
Yes.
Brooks,
Yes.
Bowman,
Yes.
Swallow. Yes. Lark.
Yes.
All right. We are adjourned.